Multiball Maidens November 2025. The second to last one for the year. This is live in Wellington, Wellington City at the old pinball shop just on Bond Street. This is a monthly women's tournament ran by Kelly and Casey. And we're joining in a bit late. We're joining in on round 3. And we're watching a 3-player game on Twilight Zone. We have, let me check who's playing. We've got Emmeline, Kelly, and Emma in that order. And yeah, should be a good time, should be a chill time. I'll pop in and out of the commentary booth. And we'll see how the night goes. Testing, testing. Just testing the commentary mic real quick. Thank you, Piz Johnson, for the raid. That's very much appreciated. Here we have the Multiball Maidens in Wellington, New Zealand. This is the old Pinball Shop's monthly women's tournament run by Kelly and Casey. Here we are watching round 3, ball 3, player 1. This is a 3-player game of Twilight Zone. And looks like there might have been 2 balls in the shooter rod there. Not uncommon on this particular copy. Fortunately, Larry DeMar, the programmer, has a bit of code in there to compensate for when there's multiple balls in play that shouldn't be. Right now, Emmeline is in 2nd place, trying to catch Kelly's, I think that's 130 million. Oh, but doesn't quite catch him, but has quite the lead on player 3. Now they are playing, this is a group match play tournament. The scoring is 7-5-3-1. So Kelly still needs to continue to play, even though she's looking very safe. If this was a 3-strike tournament, with the third and fourth placed players getting strokes. She wouldn't have to carry out this ball. There we go, nails the piano shot. Lights an extra ball. Extra balls are turned on. We haven't changed any of the settings. This is just how they play on a normal daily basis, and we're open to the public with a lot of customers playing as well as the Maidens playing their tournament at the same time. Here we go. I'll chuck a match play link in the chat there for anyone who wants to follow along. Nice. Kelly now has her gumball lit up the top right. Nice. Nails that shot. That's worth about 25 million, which is a pretty lucrative shot, especially later on in the game when you can keep cycling them. There we go, great score from Kelly, nearly caught the replay. Now player 3 has about 40 million to get herself in second place. And a lot further to try catch first place. Unfortunate drain there. That is the classic Twilight Zone for you. We only have ball save going on ball 1. All good. Alright, that is the end of round 3. We will change the game very shortly. Just give us a minute. Just waiting for results to be entered on the other game that was played, being King Kong. And in a minute we should have the next round up, and we'll get you guys on another game. Here we go, rounds have been drawn. We will stream Medieval Madness. Nice, here we go. Wait for the player cams to kick in. Nice, there we go. Beat the players to it. They haven't even rocked up to the game yet. Now this is the Chicago Gaming remake. Not that that makes a difference, but I guess to the purists it might. Here we go, player 1. This is Emma. Might have a ball stuck. Nope, never mind, just a very delayed bonus that could be on our end, but either way, we are now up to player 2. Very similar group of players to the last round. And this is all live at the old pinball shop in Wellington, New Zealand. This is our monthly women's pinball tournament organised by Kelly and Casey. And they come in, they rock up, and they play the games as is. We're still open to the public. We still have people flipping on games all over the arcades. So that's why you might see extra balls are turned on these games, because they're just playing them as is. We haven't gone in and adjusted anything. It's a pretty casual time and just open to all skill levels. It's a time to hang out and just enjoy some friendly pinball. Nice. Now Kelly's going for the castle strategy. If you're unfamiliar with Medieval Madness, there's this massive castle up the back here, and there's kind of one main shot into it right up the middle here. And it's got 3 stages. The first stage, the drawbridge is up and the ball will fall into this kind of moat thing. And then it will get kicked out down this orbit here to your flipper. And then once you've knocked on the drawbridge enough, it will drop and you can hit the castle gate and it goes over the bridge. And it kind of, if I can draw it, kind of comes back down like that. Hit the bridge and come back at the flippers. So a bit more unpredictable. And then once you bash the gate open, it will go right into the castle and give you a whole lot of points. And then you rinse and repeat. So if you keep smashing that center shot, eventually the castle will open up for you and give you a bunch of points. The more times you defeat the castle, the more times you have to then hit the next castle to break that one open. A pretty simple tournament strategy, but from what I've seen in the past, it's pretty effective. You often don't see players bothering to shoot the ramps there. There we go, castle destroyed. And an unfortunate drain down the middle. That's all good, got one castle under their belt. Nice, that screen is super delayed. I want to see if we can... I'm not the most... Not the most OBS proficient guy, but that screen is really delayed. Oh well, I'm sure it's for a reason. The boss who set this up has put a lot of effort into getting all these games set up. We have nearly every single game set up with a playfield cam, a score camera, and a player camera too. It's a lot of hardware and a lot of wiring. A lot of wiring going back into the storeroom and then all the way to this computer at the front desk. An unfortunate drain down the middle for player 1 there. The screen's only just showing the bonus now. Here we go, we'll see if that resets it. Or I might have killed the screen entirely. So, this isn't looking promising. There we go, we got the screen back. Yeah, sorry guys, I've tried to cancel that delay on the screen, but when I have it without that second delay, it completely kills the picture. But that's all good, we're here for the playfield gameplay at the end of the day. Kelly now has trolls lit along with her extra ball over on the right, saucer there at the Merlin shot. Very tricky shot, and depending on the copy of your game, sometimes you'll shoot it and it rejects and does not register and the ball falls right out. There we go, nice shot up the middle. Nice, nailing that castle. Now that drawbridge has lowered, so the ball will come back to the flippers directly from the castle, making it a bit more unpredictable as seen there. But that's all good. Still 600,000 just for smashing the castle gate alone. Here we go. Here we have Stephanie, player 3, ball 2. Everybody is super close. It is anyone's game at this point. Smashing that catapult shot. Nice. Now, because she's hit that catapult shot enough, she actually has a multi-ball lit on that Merlin shot there. And just as I was saying before, sometimes you can hit that shot so well, it just falls out and doesn't register. If that had have registered, we would have gotten to see some multi-ball action. That's all good, still lit. Here we go, nice shot at the gate. Has the castle open to be destroyed. Nice. I believe that Saucer has registered, so we'll be getting a multi-ball as well as a mystery, and we don't have tournament mode enabled, so the mystery is truly random. And here we go. Because Stephanie has only completed the catapult before starting this multi-ball, the catapult is the only jackpot that will be doubled, but every other shot is worth a jackpot besides the castle, but you could still make progress towards destroying the castle. Short-lived multi-ball, but a multi-ball nonetheless. Still a few million behind Kelly, but if she can get a shot up that castle, there will be a lot of points coming our way. Unfortunate fumble there, but that's all good. Still got ball 3 to go. That castle gate looks pretty open, and there'll be a lot of millions of points coming Stephanie's way. Here we have player 1, ball 3. This is Emma, and as far as I believe, playing her first ever time at Multiball Maidens, which is awesome to see. Nice, nails that lock shot. Now, Hamish has a big dragon mod on this game that he's installed, and unfortunately for us, its wing is covering the lock progression. There's usually 3 lights right there that represent how many locks are lit, and I can't see it under that dragon wing. So that's all good. Takes an outlane early, unfortunately. Very close game. It's between Kelly and Stephanie. It's anyone's game at this point. Nice, going straight back to the castle. Not fluffing around. Kelly knows what she's doing. She might have accidentally started trolls, but that's all good. We'll see if Kelly plays out the trolls or if she holds up the tournament and times them out for 30 seconds. Nice, Kelly smashing some trolls. Destroys another castle. That's worth 6 million just for that one shot. And defeats the final troll. That now lights a multi-ball, just like Stephanie had on this Merlin shot here. Nice, 19 million points. Kelly now has quite the lead. Still going for the The old formula of smashing the castle a bunch until you win the game. There we go. Knocked the drawbridge down. Now she'll be smacking that gate, and every time she smacks it, it's worth, I want to say, upwards of 1,000,000 points. But unfortunately comes down between the flippers. And Kelly does have an extra ball that won't be played out. She will just plunge it skillfully with no use of the flippers. And on Medieval Badness, there's not with an auto plunge button, there's not too much skill to be had in the plunge. But luckily she was able to cash in that skill shot on the lanes without having to change it. Here we go. Kelly set the bar for Stephanie. Stephanie now has to catch about 16 million. And I believe her castle is open. So right away, there's at least a 4 million shot lit right up the middle. Starts trolls. Not not the best way to kick this ball off, but that's all good. Takes those trolls like a champ. There we go. Cashes in her castle. How many points is that? Beauty, 4 million points. Extra ball is lit. Nice, troll combo there. We'll see if the game awards her that combo. There we go, plus a troll bomb. If you have a troll bomb, it means you can press the plunger button when you have trolls lit and it will spot you one of the troll shots, which could be super handy. There we go, Stephanie's defeated the trolls. And in doing so has started the main multi-ball. Now during this multi-ball, only the 2 ramps are lit for jackpots, and after a certain threshold, the super jackpot will be lit on the lock shot. Very hard shot. We'll see if during this multi-ball, a ball can fall into the extra ball for her. Not that it'll be many points, but it's some extra points nonetheless, being able to plunge out that extra ball and cashing in a second bonus, regardless of the without the bonus X. There we go, finishes her multi-ball. Super hard to tell on stream, but I'm not sure if that castle door is open. Ooh, close game. I'm unsure if bonus is gonna push Stephanie over the line. 11x bonus only comes to 1.4 million. Close game. Another win for Kelly. There we go. I believe the other games have finished. So once all the scores have been submitted, we'll get you guys changed over to the next game ASAP. This is Multiball Maidens, live in Wellington, New Zealand at the old pinball shop. Every month we host the women's tournament, the Multiball Maidens, but the real people behind it are Kelly and Casey. They come in every month and they use our games to host one of the friendliest tournaments you can attend. It's always a good time, and no skill levels required. Just a positive attitude. Multiball Maidens was originally started by old employee or ex-employee Sam Stonnell, who's moved on to Aussie since, and in doing so passed down the Multiball Maidens mantle to Kelly and Casey. But she was the one who kicked this whole thing off back in 2023, I believe. And it's been running every month since. That artwork here you see on the left was drawn by Sam as well. Here we go. I believe the next round is up. We are going to watch King Kong. Now, I'm not sure if the displays are set up. Alright, we got most of the displays. give me a few minutes to get this going. I'll be back in a couple minutes, and that score display will be going.
I know everything's moved on.
Thank you. I'll take that.
Where do you play? Should we play one? Can't remember.
The year is 1933, and aboard her trusty vessel, the Wanderer, archaeology's leading lady, the fearless and Darrow embarks on the adventure of a lifetime. The shadowy and mysterious Terror Island. Super Snapshot. It's now King Kong to battle T-Rex. Hey, who's your agent? Kong letter collected. Hi. No, I'm not scared. What happened, Jack? Were you laughing?
There we go. Got on the letter there and adjusted that screen. Let me fit it to frame. Just 1 second. There we go. Perfect. Nice, and we'll get that a bit bigger for you guys. Perfect. Beauty. Now this is a 2-player game. Here we go, we've been following Kelly. This is the 3rd game in a row against Emmeline, a 1v1. And there we go, ball 2, 23 million versus 1.7. Anyone's game at this point, this is early days. Nice, still got ball save in there. Nice recovery, perfect. Nice, smacks that gong but has a reject out of it. That gong is quite the frustrating neck when it's not going, and led to an unfortunate drain. Double whammy. There we go, fast plunge, but that's all good. Ball save coming in clutch. Ball save still turning, it's all good. Alright. Serious game now. Can't lose the ball. All good. I shouldn't have opened my mouth. But that's all good. It's only ball 2. This is a 1-ball game between Kelly and Emmeline. Now there is a skill shot to be had on this one. There's a few of them, but the most kind of obvious and direct one is shooting the spider here. A lot easier said than done. But even if you fall into any 3 of these lanes, you still get a skill shot. and there's a lot of other skill shots hidden around, but they're all quite difficult to achieve. There we go. Kelly's turn is over quite fast, unfortunately. Cashes in a skill shot. Let's see if Emmeline can catch up to Kelly's score of 33 million. Will she dethrone Kelly's winning streak? Has a multi-ball lit there on the left, just on the spider there. All good. Starts in mode anyway. She can bring a mode. If she can bring that multi-ball in with her mode, there's a pretty decent chance she'll overtake Kelly. All she has to do is hit the spider shot. All good. Chooses save and. Not one of the easiest modes. Requires you hitting that gong. There we go. Cashes in that multi-ball on the spider. Now, it's not a very high-scoring multi-ball, but it's a multi-ball nonetheless. Paired with the mode too. Nice. Cashes in a save and award. That was 4 million just for that shot right there. Extends her mode too. Still has ball save going. One of the biggest advantages of being in a multi-ball is the added layer of protection with ball save and having multiple lives. There we go, a double drain with the ball save still going. An unfortunate drain there. It's all good. See what the scores are. This could be very close. 20 million, nearly got there. There we go, Kelly wins again. Look at this beast. Kelly, being one of the organisers, is here often playing these games. Here we go. Now, I can switch us over to the Flintstones. However, we are missing one of the cameras. When I said earlier that we have a player camera for nearly every game, this is one of the games that falls into that nearly category. And with this playfield camera, it's got a weird kind of strobing effect. If you see, it's most obvious on these concrete lights. Those are lit solid in real life, but on the camera they appear this kind of strobing nature from right to left. There we go. Although we don't have the player cam, we can still see the scores. Some pretty big scores from player 2 and 3. This is ball 3 and player 1 has a multi-ball lit on the right ramp here, which could help them achieve success.
Player 2 is up. Excellent. Wait, that's about both. Player 3 is up.
Here we go. I missed player 2, but they are looking pretty safe. Player 3 steps up, has to double their score to get a shot at first place. But very doable on the Flintstones. You can get a lot of points in a little amount of time, especially with the multi-ball lit. And an unfortunate drain down the middle there. Blocks player 3 from success. But that's all good. It's pretty typical Flintstones. You're never safe at any point on that game. There we go. Alright, that is all the games finished. In a couple of moments I will get you guys switched over to the next round. And yeah, hopefully we get some games that have all the cameras going on them. That would be quite nice. Just waiting for these results to be entered. There we go, results are entered. Next game should be up ASAP. Here we go. Alright, we're going to switch over to Dungeons and Dragons. Now, I might need to adjust the camera or two on this one. Let me just find it. There we go. Not the end of the world. We do we do have a game already happening on it right now. So we'll see what they choose to do. I'll see if I can make the score camera a bit nicer. Yeah, we'll do that. Not the greatest view, but it is a view at the scores nonetheless. We will see if they opt for a different game to have to not kick anyone off.
You went down a hall and see an intersection. You found an exit to receive the bonus. Level 2. Shield is ready. To the left, you'll see an intersection.
There we go, and Kelly has bribed these fine gentlemen off of their two-player game of Dungeons and Dragons. It's all good. It's all for the good of the Multiball Maidens. And here we have Technician Simon coming in and resetting the game. Beauty. Here we go. 3 players on Dungeons and Dragons. We have Emmeline, Emma, and Sarah. Don't think we've seen Sarah on stream tonight. Here we go. Got everyone signing in. It'll be interesting to see what strategies are played on this. If you're not the most familiar with the game, a kind of a thing to go for. Just big as dragon in the middle, but a very dangerous shot. It's got this 3 banker targets about there, and when you hit them, the ball pretty much always ricochets towards the right outlane, or just like super fast and out of control. So it's a shot you have to be quite wary when shooting, and best to do it if you can get your shield up to save any potential center drains. Here we go. Emmeline starts a mode. Not too sure what to do in this mode, but probably follow the flashing shots, which right now is up the middle. And if she can shoot it below this flipper here, she will get 2x scoring going. Not an easy shot, not a clean shot. I feel like sometimes I hit it and it doesn't even go down. But that's all good. Wiping out some enemies. Takes a center drain. Doesn't have her shield up, but that's all good. Put some points on the board. Hey, first time chat from, how do I pronounce that? Porn Slap. Beauty. Yeah, New Zealand has quite the pinball scene. I guess there's a Facebook page we have, the IFPA NZ page, that kind of documents all our tournaments. If you even go to the IFPA website and go to the country's rankings, you'll see how active like many of the players are. We have about a couple hundred active players each year playing in tournaments. And this is Yield Pinball Shop, New Zealand's only dedicated pinball arcade. And every month we host the Multiball Maidens, which is a women's tournament, and it is run by Kelly and Casey. Nice. Starts a mode on the right ramp. Picks a good mode. This is a hurry up in the middle. All the purple shots are hurry ups, and they can stack up to quite a lot of points, especially very early on in the game. Nice, avoids using the upper flipper to get control. Nice, takes a dragon hit too. Now, because she hasn't hit that hurry up as fast as possible, it does open up other shots for it. Takes a quick drain, not what you want to see, especially during that mode. Left some points on the table with that one for sure, but that's all good. Only ball one, still 2 balls to play. This can be a massive, massive game. Now, hey, thank you, Pawn Slap. Yeah, if you even look at our website, it's in the middle of being rebuilt, but you can see a lineup of games that we got there. It's pretty awesome. We are pretty privileged to have access to so many amazing games in such great condition. Takes a right outlane, but that's all good. Emmeline is still leading the pack on 33 million. Cool, now we have Emma up. Any of these yellow shots, let her pick a mode. And if she falls into the left here, she'll get to buy some perks from Fizbo. Nice, traps up, gets control. That's how you want to do it. Nice, takes a shot at the dragon and ricochets into the mode start. That's how you want to do it. Here we go, picks the first mode available to her. Hopefully that's the best one. I'm not too familiar with this one. I'm not too familiar with most of the games. Most of the modes, that is. Exactly, we'll take mode starts any way we can get them. That center shot is pretty reliable on this game. You can hit it from both the bottom flippers and is generally pretty safe. Takes a drain there, but has good dragon process. I'm not sure if that carries over from ball to ball. Hopefully for Emma's sake it does. Here we go, Sarah hopping up, player 3, ball 2. Nice, still has that hurry up mode going. This could be worth a lot of points, especially early game. There we go, if she can nail that ramp, perfect. 18 million from that mode. That is a pretty decent amount of points for hitting a few shots early on. And just like before, she now has a mode lit on all these yellow shots here. Easiest one being that center spinner shot. Cashes in a dragon one too. If she can hit that dragon again, she will have dragon multi-ball lit. Here we go. Takes that Viking mode that I believe Emma was in just before. We'll see if she has a stab at dragon multi-ball. Nice shot on the right there. That is no easy effort. Ooh, fast drain, but it's all good. Only ball 2. Takes the lead, only just. We'll see a bonus. Bonus is much. Not much, but it's all good. Here we have Emmeline. Needs to put up a couple million points to reclaim first place. Here we go. Has her shield up. Nice, and dragon multi-ball lit. Ball save still going. Here we go. If she can nail this right orbit or this left ramp, she's got lots of points incoming. Dances with the outlane and pays the price for it. That is unlucky. Still takes first place. Well, still is holding first place.
No more rogue. Now our chance.
Here we go, just had to pause to get someone's, to help someone with a stuck ball on King Kong. They had 5 balls all jammed over the exit, or the trough entrance, I should say. Here we go, untimely drain for Emma, but that's all good. Here we go, Sarah has a few million away from catching first place. Here we go, I believe she's in a mode. And the red shots are her mode shots. Nice, smacking that kept the ball a lot, can be helpful. Has an extra balllet on the right ramp, which could be nice if she can get a skill shot out of that. Although I'm looking at the scores and I think she might have caught Emmeline. We'll wait for Sarah to realise. Here we go. Nice, and we might be able to move over to the other game being played. We can. We can move over to Godzilla. Catch the end of that game. Here we go, perfect. Catch me in the background, there you go. Nice, and player 1 absolutely killing it. Holy crap, 200 million. That is how it's done. Here we go, here we have Stephanie stepping up to an intimidating score, but that's all good. There's many ways to score points in Godzilla, and there's many ways to score a hell of a lot of points in Godzilla. Has Locke lit up the middle? I'm not sure how many balls she has locked. Some of those balls could have been locked from the previous player. Here we go, dancing with the slingshots. Ooh, takes an unfortunate centre drain there. That might be ball 3, but I'm not sure. That unfortunately was ball 3. But I guess good news for us, it means we can move over to the next round, see some other games. Here we go, crazy score from player 1, 200 million. That's how you want to do it. Yeah, we do have the P3 portal. I can switch to that camera even though it's not being played right now. It's freaking sick. This is if King Kong didn't come out this year, this would be my vote for Game of the Year. I think it's better than what else has come out this year? Blanks, but it's better than anything else that isn't King Kong, in my opinion. Yeah, one of the best uses of P3, I reckon. Like, out of all the themes, or out of all the companies that could have approached a theme like Portal, P3 is definitely the best one. But they could have easily stuffed it up too. But they put a lot of thought into all the little things when it comes to the game. I feel like there's a lot of thought that goes into all the diverters, and they all have purpose. They all lead to direct portals and it's very game relies a lot on the kind of physics of it, or the layout really affects the rules of the game. You know, it's not just like Dungeons and Dragons where you have a layout and then you've got all these RGB shots everywhere. This game, every shot feels like it has its own purpose within the rule set, and it's not just like another shot to put a mode shot on. If that makes sense. But we will switch over to the next games. Scores are submitted. Played Weird Al and wasn't impressed. Yeah, Weird Al is probably one of the most mechanically dense games I've ever witnessed. It's it's a bit underbaked, I think. I think there's a lot of good in there, but I think it all kind of falls apart. I think Portal really feels properly fleshed out and like a real game and not just a tech demo. Yeah, portals aren't easy to come across. This is the only one in the entirety of New Zealand, and we have it out in the arcade for the fine folks of Wellington to play. Here we go. Nice. We will move on to Led Zeppelin. Was not expecting this one. Oops, wrong game. There we go. We'll unless they've opted for a... Oh, there we go. Now, this is probably one of the least... Cheers, guys. This is probably one of the unfriendliest games for tournament. We have this game set up beyond easy, extra balls left and right, and ball save as much as you can physically handle. So at a tournament setting, this is not not my first choice. Good to see you in chat. Hi, Peanut. The tourney is going well. We're round 7 of the Multiball Maidens. Good thing is with the Maidens, due to there just being not as many players as our normal monthly tournaments, we're able to get through rounds so much faster. And yeah, Led Zeppelin isn't going to win awards for the greatest game of all time, but there's definitely, I think, for future game designers and rule designers, I think there's a lot to be learnt from when it comes to this game, and a lot to take inspiration from. Here we go, just waiting on the other players. I think they won some free games on D&D and are just using up the credits. So we'll switch over to that. You can see Led Zeppelin's right next to them, just right there. There we go. All right. I think Zeppelin's going to get started. Here we go. Get your stopwatches out. This might be a long game. Get some snacks ready. And if you are watching the VOD, switch this up to 2 times speed. If you're unfamiliar with Led Zeppelin, right off the plunge, there's kind of 2 shots you want to be aiming for. First one is this left ramp. Shoot that 3 times and you get a multi-ball. Pretty standard. Very tight ramp though. There's not much wiggle room. But you can hit it from both flippers if you are precise enough. And then the second shot you want to aim for is this scoop on the left. Lets you pick kind of, I guess, a mode. I would compare it to the bounty on Jaws, where it kind of gives you a mission related to the mechanics of the game. So like it could be shoot 6 ramps, 100 spinners, 10 pop bumpers, kind of these different objectives. And so once you hit that shot and choose a mode on screen, you'll then have that objective to take into your multi-ball. And once you complete that objective, you'll get a multi-ball lit on that shot. And you rinse and repeat that. And you'll also have all these coloured shots happening in the background at the same time. And they'll collect records for the song. Once you've collected a bunch of records, you can cash them all in and choose a different song. There you go. Hello from Germany. Hello, Multiballs, Maiden Pinball. Good to see you. We are live in Wellington, New Zealand. This is Ye Olde Pinball Shop, New Zealand's only pinball dedicated arcade, and we are live with the Multiball Maidens, New Zealand's only regular women's tournament. This happens every month and is run by Kelly and Casey. Here we have 3 of the crew playing on Led Zeppelin, and this can be quite the long player. We have this set up fairly generous to compensate for the difficulty of the game. There you go. I've always thought this the plunge on Led Zeppelin's a bit odd. Sometimes can go up and hit this shot, but on the Pro, this shot can often feed the right outlane directly. And we have lowered the strength on this auto plunger to hopefully get the ball falling a bit down instead of going kind of all the way up and smacking that shot. Because if you're just relying on the auto plunge, you can get into a ball save loop of just hitting that shot from the plunger and then outlane and rinse and repeat. Probably the most dangerous modern plunge, followed by Star Wars. Yeah, I would agree. I think Star Wars is probably one of the most dangerous plunges in modern pinball. And Zeppelin probably second, because you can't safely short plunge into an outlane or anything, or an orbit, or nothing like that. I think the AC/DC plunge can be a bit dangerous coming out of those pops, but if you're quick enough, you can short plunge and let it come down the right orbit. Here we go, up to ball 2. If the game is set up right, this ball save should be a lot longer, this ball. There we go. Might need to move the screen down a bit. These flippers are quite close to the edge there. And then once you're at a multi-ball and you see this target here is lit up, you want to smack that right away. Or if you see it flashing heaps of colours, you want to smack it right away, and that will start your playfield multiplier. And that's the key to racking up big points on this game. But first you got to do the dirty work of getting your objectives going and getting your locks. And then once you have finished all of those, you can then cash out with some big multiplier points. There we go. Third shot to the lock. Multi-ball has now started. All these red shots are your jackpots. Hit them all down and you'll light some super jackpots on these 2 shots here. This very left shot will be a standard super jackpot. And this side shot here that you can only hit with the stop flipper will be a double super jackpot. Pick your poison there. And during any multi-ball on Led Zeppelin, the adder ball is on this little Icarus target up here. If you hit that 3 times, it will give you an adder ball. Here we go. Has their multiplier going 3 times the whole playfield. This is exactly what I was talking about. This is the key to big points in Led Zeppelin. There we go. If she can just make a couple shots, couple jackpots, there'll be a few more points under her belt. Oh, good multiplier still going. Unlucky. Takes a quick drain after that multi-ball, but that is still an impressive score. 44 million is no easy effort on Led Zeppelin pinball. There we go. We'll see if Stephanie can match that. Changing her song. chooses Whole Lot of Love. And every song has its own colour of shots. So Whole Lot of Love is pink. The colour of the shots don't mean anything when it comes to the song. They're always the same. But once she hits enough of these shots, you'll see a little record counter come up on the top right there. And it kind of varies between songs, but the more shots you hit, the more you progress towards collecting records. And once you've collected 5 records, it lets you change the song on this orbit that leads into the scoop up here. And every time you change a song, it gives you some perks that you can cash in on the action button. Things that give you more addables during multi-balls and whatnot. So just nice things that happen in the background, but you mostly just want to focus on getting your multi-balls going and getting your tours started, which are those objectives that I was talking about earlier. The songs are kind of background noise for the most part, although it can be worth nice points if you've got a multiplier going. There we go. So Stephanie just has just completed her objective. She chose the pop bumper objective, and now she has a multi-ball lit on this left shot here. It will be a 2-ball multi-ball as opposed to the 3-ball one on this left ramp. All good. Drains early, but that is fine because she still has that multi-ball sitting for her on ball 3. Here we go. We'll see how Sarah can do. You can see the shot is lit up green, and that means that her mission is ready to start, or as it's called in the game, your tour. I think it's just called a tour. Here we go. Cashes in a slow lock there. Beauty. 2 out of 3 complete. She now has a multi-ball lit on this left ramp. And to try optimize points, you want to start your tour, your objective, before starting your main multi-ball. That way you can progress towards it with the effective multi-ball. Ooh, top flipper to the left out lane. Lucky she had a ball save sitting there. Nice. Has her multiplier lit up the middle. If she can save that for during her multi-ball, that can be worth a lot. It's a 3 times multiplier that will be started by just hitting the center target here. Takes an out lane, but that's all good. She has set herself up well for ball 3. There's a multi-ball lit on the left ramp here and a 3x multiplier to be started up the middle. It's a pretty healthy place to be in. And here we have Emmeline going hundies with the plunger, hitting that side shot. However, every time the ball hits the side shot out the plunge, it doesn't register. There we go. Has a song ready to change if she wishes to. Cash in some little perks from completing that. Has an extra ball lit on the left that will just be plunged out as extra balls are still on because the arcade is open as usual to the public. Just playing the games as is. There we go. Takes a drain, but is well ahead of the crowd. Still anyone's game at this point. Both player 2 and 3 have multi-balls ready to go, and player 3 has a multiplier to start as well. There we go. Stephanie changing songs at the start of each ball. Maybe not the best move. You kind of want to pick one song and stick to it until you've gotten enough records on it. But that's all good. Starts a 2x multiplier. Everything on the playfield is worth 2x for the next 30 seconds. Now, she does have a multi-ball lit on the left there. She can shoot that shot. This shot right here. There we go. All right, I believe has 18 seconds of 2x playfield to go. Stephanie really wants to cash in some quick jackpots. Although this multi-ball in particular, I believe the amount of switches you have hit qualifies your jackpot, but it's all good. So a good shot to aim for is the spinner. There we go, 10 seconds of multiplier left. Screen is a bit iffy here. It's not set up on the other system that all the other games are on. It's all good. Multiplier timer runs out. Hasn't cashed in a jackpot yet, but gets her edible going. There we go. Stephanie slowly grinding away points, trying to catch up to Emmeline. Now, if she wants to relight her tour, which are those objectives, she now has to hit this right ramp before she can hit this left shot to pick her next tour. But that's all good. That wouldn't be my first objective. Not sure what happened there. Maybe that was a glitch on the screen. I don't think that was a forfeit, especially so close to overtaking Emmeline. All right, let's see how Sarah goes. She currently has a 3x multiplier lit on the center shot right here. Nice, starts it, and she now has a multi-ball lit on this left ramp. If she can nail this ramp ASAP, she's got a lot of points coming away. Beauty, nails it. She is set up for success right now. All of these red shots are going to be worth millions, and it's going to be an easy catch up to Emmeline. All good, has 20 seconds of multiplier left to go. That center ramp alone was worth 2.7 million. There we go, so close, already at 40 million. I'm not too sure what player one's score is directly, but I know it's in the 40 million somewhere. 10 seconds left of playfield multiplier. There we go. Catches first place. That is how you want to score points on Led Zeppelin pinball. You want to get your multiplier ready and your multi-ball ready. Do them both at once and you got some big points coming your way. Nice, so that is the end of Led Zeppelin pinball. And this is the last game of this round. So we'll wait for these guys to finish up. And we'll hopefully get on to the next game. There we go. Great game of Led Zeppelin pinball. There we go. Nice. Wait for those scores to be entered and then we'll get on to the next round. So the other game that was played that round was James Bond. Kelly took the win on that. I'll chuck the match play link in the chat again, just for anybody who's missed it. Here we go, and we have Liam here playing a cheeky game of Led Zeppelin pinball too. See if we can beat the other players. Here we go. That might be the end of qualifying. I'm looking over at the group and I think they're doing a cheeky presentation. So until the next round starts, we'll keep watching Liam here on Led Zeppelin. Nice, has his pops lit. Whoa, that looks like a jump over the slingshot or something. Someone needs to turn those slings down. All good. Starts ball 2 off. Full plunges it. Yeah, I think that was definitely the end of qualifying. The main group is not handing out awards, but dishing out compliments and applause. Hope we don't get copyright strike for this one. Thinking about the VOD as it goes up on YouTube. Hopefully we don't lose all the audio here. All good. Next round should be started soon. I see Kelly on the laptop punching in some things to match play. Okay, music's quiet enough. That's a relief. Don't want Jimmy Page suing the arcade. Here we go, starts his tour. What do they choose? 3 lit ramps, so these are the green ramps. Shoot any 3 of those 3 times. Well, shoot 3 ramps. Once you hit, say, the center ramp, you'll then have to hit either the left or right one. And then if you hit the left one, you'll have to hit the center right one. Can't figure out how to word that one correctly, but that's all good. Has another jump over that slingshot. I might need to turn these slingshots down. Yeah, 2 air balls. Not happy about that one. Here we go. The finals are up. I will chuck the finals link in chat. There we go. Nice. So Emmeline, Kelly, Sarah and Stephanie made it through to the finals. I'm looking at the game list and I'm praying they don't play Black Hole because we don't have a score camera up on Black Hole. Oh, Oos McLaren in chat. 24 billion GC by Paddy. Yeah, Jesus. I haven't come close to that one. I think my highest is 9. And at the time, that was the top score on the game. And then I think literally a week later, Patrick put up 24. But that's just Patrick for you. My God, he's unstoppable right now. All right, we'll wait for these maidens to get some matches set up. All right, here we go. List of games. We're going to be playing Iron Maiden, Portal, and then Medieval Madness. And this is the final round. And all games will be streamed, which is a relief. Here we go. We'll switch over to Iron Maiden now. Here we go. Game's on a slight angle, but I think that's more of a camera being on an angle. There you go. Got to get everyone signing in. There you go. Only 2 credits. Who's slacking on the tokens?
There we go. Okay, and then.
I think there's an argument to be made that this is Stern's best game ever, regardless of theme.
Oh, so this one it's inside a connect. Scan it if you want. I'll get us started. You can scan it. Or automatically attach it to your phone.
I think we just saw Stern's best game, Led Zeppelin. No, that's second to Iron Maiden. Haven't spent much time on Rush, but first impressions were not as highly as my first impressions of Iron Maiden, that's for sure. Yeah, right, no 10 board catching fire. I think that sounds a bit like a you problem. That doesn't sound fun. Is that the same board catching? Like, have you replaced that board and then the new one catches fire too? Here we go, Callie starting us off. Straight into Flight of Icarus. Probably the hardest thing on this game, I reckon, is Flight of Icarus. Having to combo these ramps is pretty deceiving shot. Yeah, right, Rush Premiums and LEs were burning node boards. That's no good. That game had a bit of a botched launch, if I recall. That scoop in the centre there was having a lot of issues and had a lot of revisions, if I remember. Good thing about playing pinball in New Zealand is you get all the games 3 or 4 months late, and by that time all the revisions have come out, and you get all the revised parts with your game day one. Yeah, you're right. China gives us Kiwis a bit of chance to wait for the code to develop before getting our hands on the game. Although I still remember when James Bond came out. Playing that on launch code is probably one of the worst games I've ever played in my life. God damn, that thing was a slog to play. Here we go, Sarah on ball 2. Nice, using that upper right flipper. Pops only James Bond. Was there some super pop scoring that was a bit looked over on launch code? I just remember going for that jetpack multi-ball 10 times in a game and wanting to gouge my eyes out after the 5th time of playing it. Here we go, up to player 3 already. Quick game of Iron Maiden. Is that ball coming back? Oh, there we go, bonus. That was a bit delayed. There we go, ball 4. Anyone's game at this point, only ball 1. Here we go, Stephanie setting up to the game, smashing some ramps, clipping that top flipper shot from the bottom flipper. Can be a pretty handy technique during Trooper Multiball. Earliest code with no stacking or mini wizards, Super Pops was the best points on Bond. That's right, there's no stacking of anything. And I think Stern blamed it on the licenser. which doesn't surprise me. If you look at the art package on that game, you can tell the licensor hated Stern. There we go. 2 shots away from lighting her mode. Has her lock slit on the orbits up here. Nearly gets that center shot. All good. Locks a ball. Ball 1 locked. Be handy if she can get a mode going before she cashes out that multi-ball. Nice save there. Beauty opens her sarcophagus tomb thingy. There we go. Cashes in a second ball. Has her mode lit on the center. Pray she hits that before starting her multi-ball. There we go. That's how it's done. And continues progress towards Mummy multi-ball. Flight of Icarus. Not the easiest mode on this game, but we'll see how she handles it. Hopefully she can bring that multi-ball in now. Or with the way she's using that top left flipper, maybe even Mummy multi-ball. There we go, perfect. Nice. Now, off the top of my head, you want to hit these targets down to like the center shot via edible. And then after cashing in a few of these blue jackpots, your super jackpots lit on this shot here. And once you hit that shot, regardless of how many jackpots you've cashed in, it will start the next round of jackpots. And that's kind of the structure of the multi-ball off the top of my head. Yeah, the great thing about playing in tournaments, especially on a location with a healthy rotation of games, is that you get to play a lot of games you wouldn't usually play, and you have to play with strategy in mind too. Whether that's just hit the flashing shots or short plunging to get some easier ball feeds. It's one of the things I love most about tournaments, is having to play games you would never usually touch. We've got a lot of players here in Wellington that are here every week and could definitely call some of these games their home games at this point. They know how to play these games in and out, and all of the little nuances that come with that. Here we go, Kelly avoiding the auto plunge and short plunging the out lane, but that's all good. Still has her ball save going. What games do you have at home to pawn slap? Nice. Sarah has a few points to catch, but that's all good. Anything can happen on this game. Just like any Elwyn game, there's lots of points to pull out from absolutely nowhere. God damn, that's one hell of a lineup you got there. John Wick, The Shadow, Johnny Mnemonic, Stargate, and Night Moves. I've never had the privilege of playing one of the cocktail games in real life. Some of them look super interesting. Are they like? Do they feel good to like play in terms of the flipper button kind of orientation? Because they look a bit jank. Ooh, tilt! Did we just witness an illegal move? Did Emmeline just tilt out Sarah's bonus there? Sheesh! Don't tell Josh Sharp. I think, given the casual nature of this tournament, I don't think any tears are going to be had and any fights are going to be fought. But quite jarring to witness that. Kind of like a wide body that's super short depth-wise. Yeah, I get that. And when they come out, kind of like late 70s, early 80s, kind of that early solid state era, if I'm right. So the layouts are pretty, I guess, generic at that point. The cocktail pins, those are. Here we go. Flight of Brickerus, as Higher Peanut calls it. Oh, okay, so you reckon Night Moves is basically just a regular game shrunk down, or squashed and stretched, but it hasn't what's the word, taken away from the overall fun and gameplay of it. Caribbean Cruise. That one rings a bell. Let me quickly Google it up. Yeah, okay, I'm looking at the pictures now of Caribbean Cruise. Yeah, that game looks sick. This is the one I was thinking of with the real funky ass layout. I'd be super keen to get my hands on one of these. That left flipper on the left, giving what's the word, X-Men vibes. It's sick, man. I doubt there's any of those floating around in New Zealand. Oh, okay, sold by a company called International Concepts. Haven't heard of them. Interesting. I find all those lesser known brands from the 70s and 80s quite interesting. Oh, okay, so it's Gottlieb made. So yeah, okay. So I guess all the parts are pretty readily available in that regard. And there's enough schematics to figure out how to fix those old things. Here we go. Stephanie is absolutely smashing this game. Starting Mummy Multiball, wants to hit that right ramp for an edible. There we go. Cashes in an extra ball too. Extra balls are left on because we are playing just in the arcade real casually tonight. Here we go. Nearly at 100 million. Stephanie schooling these other players right now. There we go. Fast drain, but what a ball. 90 million is awesome. Yeah, right. Steve Young's your Gottlieb guy. Nice. I'm not sure of any particular Gottlieb guys in New Zealand, but I can think of a couple dudes that are pretty specialist in just the electromechanical kind of era. Here we go, plunging out that extra ball. Nice, taking a few slings. Here we go, take all the points you can. Nice, and a little bonus, there's a cherry on top. Here we go, Kelly player 1 has a significant lead on the other two players, however, still quite far off from catching Stephanie. But that score is very doable on Iron Maiden. Has a mode lit up the middle. Nice. Dead bouncing to get control there. Just misses that center shot, but progress towards Mummy Multiball anyway. Nice, survives the slings. Nice, dances with the out lane and survives. Struggling to hit that center shot. I find on this particular copy, especially when the ball has a bit of momentum behind it, that center shot can be near impossible. A good way to try hit it could be from a cradle. However, Kelly has lit her locks. Oh, good save there. There we go. What's this? Where's this ball come from? Oh, Mummy multi-ball has started. There we go. Well, that's something, and that's a ball save. Nice. Just wants to hit that right ramp to advance the multi-ball and cash in an add ball too. Nice. Perfect. There we go. Now the 4 flashing yellow shots are her jackpots, and if she can cash all of those in, gets another add ball and some nice points to her name. Not the most lucrative multi-ball in Iron Maiden history, but if you can get quite deep in it, there's some fun to be had, sure. Faces a triple drain and a double danger. Unlucky there. You're right there. That ball really didn't want to go up the middle. All good, 50 million. That's still a good lead for second place. We'll see if Sarah can match that and potentially go on to crack first. All good. Still got a ball save. That ball save light might be dim, but it is there. Nice. Has her mode just lit up the middle. Flight of Icarus, I believe that is locked in. There's no changing that now. Higher Peanut, you reckon there's some decent points if you keep smacking that captain ball when lit. Nice save there. Perfect. Playing like a champion. Playing like she wants to catch 100 million. But maybe not this time. Unfortunate drain there. However, still has a little lead on player 3. We'll see if that works out for Sarah. Nice pick at a tune. Picking the right tune for the right ball. Nice pick. Her score is ready to run to the hills and run past 100 million. Nice. If she can light her mode without hitting that spinner, she does have a multi-ball left for that mode. I believe that's aces high. Nice. Using those upper flippers to her advantage. Oh, it pays the price for being tempted by those loops. However, does catch Sarah. Could now, Emmeline did tilt Sarah's ball early on in the game, and I think, regardless of the size of these scores, there could be an argument to be made that Sarah should be given third place there, but not my tournament being run, and it's a very casual time. I think everybody's just having a bit of fun. Here we go. Stephanie doing a bit of a victory lap. Starts Fear of the Dark. A crazy scoring mode if you can hit the right shots. Nice. Just needs to hit one of those purple shots to light her spinners. Next game we'll be going on to is Portal. We'll see how long the flippers last. We have a broken bracket on the left flipper, so there is no dead bouncing. There is only dead bouncing and watching the ball drain down the middle. Nice. Cashes in that loop. Has the spinners lit for some big points. Times out the mode on... Oh, restarts the mode. My consensus of Portal is that if King Kong hadn't released this year, I reckon it would absolutely be my choice for Game of the Year. I think it's a lot better. It's it's clearly the best P3 game released. But I feel like every time they release a game, it's better than the previous. But this one actually feels fully baked. It doesn't feel like a glorified tech demo. And I think the rule design and just the shot map is really well thought out and really work together in harmony. There's I'm not familiar with the games, but in playing the pinball machine and doing a lot of research for the launch party, I've become quite familiar with the idea of Portal. And they've really taken that idea and absolutely nailed it into a game, I reckon. Not a broken machine, just a difficulty modifier. Yeah, once we take out the flipper buttons and the New Zealand champs and call it a difficulty modifier. Hi Peanut still hasn't seen final resistance. Yeah, I don't think the boss ever ordered one of those. And after Portal, I don't think he's ever gonna order any more of the backlog of these multi-morphic games when Portal's kind of cream of the crop. Yeah, Princess Bride was definitely cool and definitely the best title for that platform upon release. But Portal really makes it look underbaked. Portal's probably going to be one of the best earning modules. I don't know. It's definitely drawn a lot of interest, being just a new game on block. But we'll see in 3 months how it's earning compared to what Princess Bride, say, earned this time a year ago. Because while Princess Bride didn't really appeal to the regular players and the tournament kind of focused players, the movie is a big enough asset to appeal to real casual people coming into the arcade for just a quick game with their mates. And so Princess Bride definitely performed pretty damn well for the P3, given its lack of appeal to the regular and tournament players. Here we go. We'll move over to Portal now. Perfect.
Oh, hello, my name is Reginald, but you can call me Reggie, everyone does.
Here we go, and the scores are displayed right down here. So I don't know how clear they're going to be on stream. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to read them through OBS. But we'll see how it goes. I think the one thing that sucks about Portal is that it's using the P3 flippers. That's the one drawback in my opinion. If this you get rid of the screen and you just release this as a standard game with the complicated drop system that Multimorphic has built, this is one hell of a game. Here we go. But you can see on the screen here, there's this little purple circle in between the flippers. That's their ball save. So when you see that lit up purple, you know ball save is lit. To demonstrate a few of the rules here, to start a mode you have to hit this target right here to call the elevator, and then the elevator is this P3 scoop pops up on the left here, and you want to shoot the spinner into that, and it gives you one of 6 modes, and when you're in a mode it locks you out of everything. You are sucked into that mode, and the only way to exit it is to either complete it or lose your ball. Here we go, Stephanie has hit that target to call the elevator, and it started a mode. And you can change the mode out of the 6 of them by using one of the alternative P3 buttons to cycle through a ball. This mode is quite what's the word? Completely blanked on the word very easy to follow, might be what I'm thinking. There's only a few shots lit at a time, and you basically just want to hit those shots. And in this example, it's these two ramps here. And a good call about whenever you're playing any game on the P3 system is that if you can backhand a shot, that's probably the best way to hit it. I find it a lot more consistent backhanding shots than hitting them from the forehand. Nice. Wants to hit that center shot. As far as I'm aware, there are no times on the mode. They're definitely not timed. Because we had an issue on Sunday where one of the ramps wasn't registering, and I was locked out of completing it. Great start from Stephanie there.
Hi, I'm Reggie. Team building call.
That's right, Mr. Peanut. That is the P3 flippers do really struggle to make shots from a forehand point of view, but have a lot of strength on the backhand. Nice. Cashes in that skill shot. Perfect. If she can get this a 3rd time, she starts this ball off with 1.5 million. That's how it's done.
Yes, I see you.
Perfect. That's basically a whole mode's worth of points just there from nailing that ramp 3 times at the start of the ball. There's a few ways to get multi-ball in this game. They're a bit odd, but the most lucrative multi-ball I've discovered is if you hit this target right here over the screen, and then for about 20 seconds lights the shot in here. It's a little scoop for your turret lock, and if you can do that 3 times, you get turret multi-ball. And the cool thing about turret multi-ball is that if you have any other multi-balls lit in the game, and you start turret multi-ball, you can still bring those multi-balls in with it. There we go, still has ball save going. But Sarah has her mode lit on the left here. And there is the main multi-ball. However, similar to games like Labyrinth, if you haven't started it by ball 3, it's lit right up the middle. Straight away, 3 shots up the middle at the start of ball 3, and you are in a multi-ball. Alternatively, you can go up to this upper playfield and do some action up there to light your locks. However, it's not the most high-scoring multi-ball, and I'd rather grind out some modes before ball 3.
Please continue into the next test chamber.
Nice. Evelyn lights her mode on the left there, just under the spinner shot. And you can see there's a little counter here on the screen, and that just counts how many spins you've got. There you go. Has her turret lock lit on this shot here. A very difficult shot to make, especially as the flippers start to slow down on you. Nearly digs it out. Well, maybe next time.
Procrastinator.
Nice. Kelly stepping up. Glitches play with 4, ball 2, if I'm not mistaken. Lights her mode. And cashes in a cheeky ball save there. Wasn't expecting that one.
I want to try and avoid.
Nice, has her mode lit on the left there. Nice save there. Unlucky.
This isn't that hard.
There we go. Anyone's game at this point. I say that, I cannot read the scores to save my life. However, I will take a look at the machine IRL. Alright, we got player 1 on 400,000, that is 0 right now. Player 2 on 800,000. Player 3 on 1.3 million. Player 4 on a whopping 3.3 million. And this is the start of ball 3. And you see this blue shot up the middle? 3 shots up the middle at the start of ball 3, and you got a multi-ball on your hands. During this multi-ball, you can shoot up the middle for jackpots, but their base value is only about 200,000, so not the most lucrative. Just clips that shot to get her first slot.
This isn't that hard.
No ball save Salina this time. Kelly is back. Scoring is 7-5-3-1, and this is only game 2 of 3 out of the finals. Nice, 4-1 locked. 2 more shots up the middle for multi-ball, and a chance set. Catching Kelly. Not the time to drain, not with that multi-ball. Not with that multi-ball so close to being started. Here we go, let's see if Stephanie can play this game like it's Iron Maiden. Again, just like the others, multi-ball lit up the middle, 3 shots. Nice. Oh, there's ball 2 locked. Here we go, 1 shot away. Let's hope she doesn't accidentally start a mode. Stores ball save. Here we go, just up the middle. Perfect, there we go. Now she can't start a mode now that she's a multi-ball. However, this is some jackpots on the screen and some ball save to assist, which can be very handy on a 3rd ball. So this red shot up the middle is your jackpot. And if you look at the center screen there, I don't know if it'll show, but there's kind of like this bridge. If you look at this top screen, kind of bridge, and that if you get a ball to land on it, then all your jackpots are multiplied and that ball's staged. So here we go, this bridge up here.
Use the upper right button to flip.
There we go, finishes her multi-ball. 4 million points, has caught up to Kelly. Stephanie is now 7 to score. All good. Great ball from Stephanie. Right, I'll read the scores out to you. Stephanie is on 4.1 and Kelly starts her ball off on 3.3. If she can nail these skill shots, she might catch Stephanie with Her ball save still running. Nice.
Super skill shot.
One more time. Perfect. There we go. I believe Kelly has won the game off skill shots. 2 out of 3 balls, cashes in some skill shots. That's all she needed. Well done, Kelly.
I honestly never thought.
Alright, we'll move on to the
we'd
third
how many
and
times
potentially
you died
final
in
game of the
that
night. Medieval Madness. And to take out, so I believe once those results are entered, Kelly and Stephanie will be tied first place, with Medieval Madness being the decider.
You're better than that.
And I'm not too sure where Sarah and Evelyn will be placed. Right, switch over to Midi Madness. There we go. Wait for those other cameras to kick in. Perfect. Nice, and Kelly's getting those scores in now, so we can see what the standings are looking like. Here we go. Player 1, ball 1, Medieval Madness. From what we saw in qualifying, the meta is going up the middle at this castle. This castle has 3 stages. First one is when the bridge is up and the ball falls into this moat here, only to be kicked out down the entrance of the left orbit for a nice live catch. And then once you've smacked that bridge enough, it will come down and the ball can go over the bridge and get stopped by a gate, and then the ball will come down randomly every time between your flippers. And although it might be a harder shot to recover from, there are more points every time you bash that gate. Bash the gate enough, the ball goes straight through the castle. Castle explodes and you get some even bigger points to your name. Do that for 10 minutes straight and you've probably won the tournament. Here you go, short balls for player 1 and 2, but that's all good. See if Kelly can show us how it's done. Now, as I was mentioning an hour or two ago, this score cam here, super delayed. I'll have one more crack at fixing the delay, but from what I saw last time, it just completely had a meltdown. Yeah, no camera. All good. We'll just have to delay that camera. And I might have just delayed it even further. Messing around with it. Who let me touch? Who let me mess around with the OBS? Uh-oh. All good. Still Kelly's turn. There we go. Can we see that? No, I can't. Oh. Alright. Done some OBS magic and shimmying, and now the, the display's back. Hopefully boss man Hamish can fix this one in the morning for me. Nice. I think that's Kelly's first castle. Oh, second castle. Looking down at the bottom. 4 million. Extra balls lit. And because this game is set up for the public, extra balls are turned on, and the maidens will be plunging them out. Yes, second castle, Mr. Peanut. Here we go, smashing that gate. That screen is like a decent 5 seconds behind. Still trying to get that screen to go. Might have just killed it entirely. Oh, here we go. There we are. Screen's back. Probably slower than ever. But that's all good. There we go, starts her catapult multi-ball. My main strategy when playing Medieval Madness is pretty similar to most people's, and that's just going for that castle up the middle. However, a little thing I look out for is when I have trolls lit on the Merlin shot there. I try smack the catapult enough times to register the multi-ball on that shot too. So if I do accidentally start trolls, I've got a multi-ball to take them out. Nice. Sierra cashes in her first castle. Cashes in some locks too. Yeah, you're right, Higher Peanut. The trolls do act as an edible feature. Cashes in some trolls there. I wasn't paying too much attention. Looked like maybe a switch was too close together. That troll looked like it fell down on its own. Has a hurry up lit in the middle. These can stack up to a lot of points over time. Nice. 700k shot. And her bridge is down. Or maybe not a 700k shot. That screen's a bit slow. 650. It's all good. Backhands the right ramp. And nails that lock shot. What a combo. There we go. Sarah has nearly caught up to Kelly. Loses the ball, but that's all good. There we go. We'll see what her bonus brings her to. Apologies about the delay on that screen. I don't think we'll be seeing a tiebreaker at this rate. I think Emmeline has to get first place on this game, and either Kelly or Stephanie has to pull a fourth place out in order for us to see a tiebreaker. Nice! Cashes in a little slow lock there, but that's all good. Take all the locks we can get. Unlucky on the out lane. Pretty sure this game has a bit of a lean to the right. is never helpful. Nice, nails that out, not out lane, left orbit to a little shat save. Nice, Stephanie lights her first castle up the middle. Easy points. There we go, a couple more of those and she would caught up to Kelly and Sarah, I believe. Can't remember who player 4 was. Nice, dances between the outlanes there. Nice, gets her drawbridge down. Ready to cash in some hundreds of thousands at the gate. Drains, but that's okay because it's only ball 2. Still got a whole another ball to cash in some fat castles. Here we go. Kelly setting the score. Has trolls lit. So maybe we'll see some trolls action. No ball save. God damn. Unlucky. Alright. I'll take it back. Sarah is now setting the score. See what lead Sarah puts up. Close to finishing her left ramp for the Royal Madness mode. Nice, smacks that gate. Easy, cashes in her second castle. That's how it's done. Lights an extra ball as well. And that was that lean to the right I was talking about. Ball will start falling like that, and then it'll go angled. Or in Sarah's case, it will angle itself straight down the middle. Not what you want to see. Yeah, you can see that lean again there. Nice, cashes in her first castle. Giving her a lead on Stephanie, player 2. And bringing her one step closer to the big girls, player 3 and 4. Nice, there's trolls lit. We'll see how Emmeline approaches those. Nice, starts her trolls. Not sure if she had a multi-ball to bring in with it. No multi-ball. And takes the trolls like a man. Or like a champ. Hits him dead on. No timing out the trolls here. This is how real players play Medieval Madness. Ooh. Quick drain down the middle. 3 shots left on those trolls. There we go. Unfortunately, leaves Emmeline in 3rd place. At least. Oh! Fast ball for Stephanie there. I think, unfortunately, that's Stephanie's chance of winning out the door. Takes a 4th place on her final game. And in this scenario, if Emmeline had cranked out a fat ball 3, there could have been a tiebreaker between her and Stephanie, but maybe that's for the better. Here we go, Kelly's got a lot lit on that Merlin saucer, has an extra ball and trolls and a mystery award lit on it. Not the most enticing thing in this scenario. Extra ball's not worth it, trolls aren't worth it, And mystery. Well, I guess that one's a mystery. There we go. I think she has her castle open, her third castle. If she can cash in this one, this will give her a real decent chance at overtaking Sarah. Perfect. Nice. I think that's about 6 million for the third castle. Bang, and that's how it's done. Overtakes Sarah. Kelly's now setting the score. Nice live catch there. Killing that momentum. Perfect live catch. Straight into the castle. This is how you play this phase of Medieval Badness. Nice. Speedy ball up that right ramp. Faces the wrath of the right lean. But overall, takes first place. And puts up a decent score. See if Sarah can come back for the win. Sarah got 4th place twice in the previous 2 games, so it'll be awesome. Awesome if she can get the win on this final game. Nice save there. Quick reaction times for the win. Has a hurry up lid on the centre there. Unlucky. I don't think that's enough. Looking over at the game, and Kelly got the win on that one. Nice work, Kelly. Playing consistent all day. If you look back at the qualifying, this is the extra ball. Now I can see why you thought that. The screen is pretty delayed in that regard. All right, I don't think there's any tiebreakers. We'll let Kelly get some scores in, and I'll double check. Last month I accidentally cut the stream off before the tiebreaker, assuming the comp had finished, so try to avoid that mistake again. We really need an in-between games camera, whether that's of the commentators or just of the arcade. There we go, no tiebreakers. Alright, well, we'll close that one up there. Pretty consistent viewers the whole time on the stream, which I'm pretty stoked about. Thank you to everyone in chat. It always improves the stream when there's people chatting. This has been Multiball Maidens November, and Kelly took the win that time. And good to see some new faces, a few new people this time, and not necessarily their first Multiball Maidens, but one of their firsts. Good to see people coming back. And if you're keen to join in, it's a real casual time. I know having some dude commentating over your game on stream's a bit intimidating, but it's pretty casual. All right, thank you all for tuning in. We'll catch you guys next week at Poineki Pinballers. So drop a follow, drop a sub, drop a like, drop a comment, drop everything, just not your pants.